Hey guys, welcome to Brick Hub. This is a video of all the Lego Batman minifigures in my collection. As you can see, this is almost complete, but there are a couple figures missing, and I'll go over that in a little bit as well. But as always, if you guys enjoy this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel with the notifications on, and comment below to let me know what you think. Also, check out our Instagram page. So before I dive in, this is probably the first one. This guy is supposed to have the old style cowl like this, but for whatever reason, I have the figure without it. So I'll definitely have to track that down. And then another one of the missing figures is down here. It's one of the Rebirth variants of this particular Batman, except he has 4 claws with almost like power tool looking saw things. I really don't know what it was, but it was from the Lego magazine, and it had the Lego Batman minifigure. And this is just kind of a shot of my display case where I collect my Lego Batman minifigures. As you can see, there's plenty of space for future Batman. And as far as this video goes, I actually just used the same clips from the Lego 2020 DC collection video, and but then next year I'll refilm all over again. The reason I did that is just I think a lot of you guys just wanted to see just specific parts of it, and so I'm gonna make that happen. Anyways, let's get started. So let's start things off with the minifigure that started it all. This is the first Lego Batman minifigure ever made. As you can see, it's a pretty simple design. The cowl still does not look terribly accurate. It features no backprinting or an alternate expression. Under the mask, he has this one expression. This next Batman appears to have been inspired by the Michael Keaton Batman because it features black with gold printing on the front. Like that first Batman, he only has one expression underneath and no backprinting. This is the first blue Batman. As you can see, he has a dark blue mask as well as a dark blue cape. He features the same head underneath. This is the Christian Bale Batman. As you can see, he has a much more realistic chest print, but he does feature the same old school cowl as well as the same paper style cape. This is probably one of the most valuable and rarest Lego Batman minifigures available. This is the Comic-Con Batman, the very first one. As you can see, he features a similar Christian Bale Batman print, and he actually features a back print. This was in fact the first Batman to feature back torso printing. This Batman has an updated print that makes him look a little bit like the Batman from the Hush storyline, except he features a molded bat wings as well as a jetpack on the back of it. Underneath the mask, he features an angry expression and a happy expression. This is the first Batman to feature 2 expressions. This minifigure was an update to the last one. It is exactly the same except for the fact that this was when they updated the cowl piece to reflect a more modern Batman look. This Batman, released in the same year, is the same as those other minifigures except for the fact that it features a cape as opposed to a jetpack and wings. Like with the Batman with the jetpack, this Batman is just an update of the last one with a new cowl. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. This Batman features a torso that would be reused for many years to come. This is probably the most common version of Batman. His expression underneath is one that we'll continue to get for many years to come as well. This one also features a backprint. This Batman is just like the last one except with the updated cowl. This Batman is just like the last one except it has the new wing piece in black. This is the Electro suit Batman. It was available in one of the minifigure books. This one features side arm printing as well as back printing, but it still uses the same head as the past few Batmans. The cowl also has a little bit of a blue print at the top as well. This is the Arctic Batman. As you can see, he's all gray and white all over. He has the same expressions on the face, but he will feature a back print. Here's a look at his back. This is another Christian Bale Batman. I believe this one is supposed to represent him from The Dark Knight Rises. His back print features some silver highlights and some pockets on his belt. This is the first Scuba Batman. As you can see, he has a scuba tank around him and he has dark blue all over. Underneath the cowl, he has a face print that has a blue mask and a rebreather. The other side of his face shows a general angry expression. This is what I like to call the Gray Hands Batman. It's probably my least favorite Batman minifigure, as not only is it pretty plain, but the design is just kind of awkward to look at. However, it does feature some back printing. This next Batman is also another one that is extremely collectible. It's another Christian Bale Batman. However, this is the one that came with the Ultimate Collector Series tumbler. As you can see, he has the nice black printed torso, and this one features from The Dark Knight. Although it may not be super noticeable, the expressions underneath the cowl are both new prints. And he has a pretty cool back torso print as well. This Batman is the first one to use bright blue, and it's actually the only one, but it's been in 3 sets since it first came out. It was originally introduced as part of a junior set, then part of a Comic-Con set, and another junior set. This minifigure has back torso printing, but it still uses the same overused expressions for the heads. This Batman was released as part of a Lego Movie promo set. It features him without a cape. It's basically otherwise exactly the same as one of the earlier released Batman. This is the second Comic-Con exclusive Batman. This is the Batman of Zurinar. The first expression underneath the mask represents the Batman of Zurinar as an alien from the classic comics, whereas the alternate expression represents the modern-age Batman, which shows him using it as an alternate personality to protect his mind. He also features the Bat Radia in the back pocket. This is Space Batman. As you can see, he has a bunch of breathing tube prints all over his torso, and he features these flexible plastic wings as well as a jetpack on the back. He also features a silver pearl cowl. Underneath the cowl, he has a bit of a space mask, but no alternate expression. The back of his torso features a similar print to his front. This Batman represents the first Batman that used the new sponge style of capes. It also represents the new 52 Batman. Underneath the mask, they finally start using new face prints. And the back torso is as follows. This Batman came out around the same time, but it was just a slightly upgraded version. As you can see, the legs are dual molded, but the figure is otherwise the same. This Batman represents a new version of the Scuba Batman, but the figure is otherwise the same. Here's a better look at the print underneath the mask. This is a Lego Batman minifigure that featured in the Lego Movie, the first one. As you can see, this one kind of reverted back to the starchy paper style of cape for the movie. But underneath the cowl, he features a really big grin and a bit of a frantic expression. This is the Lego Dimensions Starter Pack Batman. It's pretty much the same as the new 52 Batmans, except it uses the paper starchy style of cape, as well as the old cowl. This is Bat Zorro, which is basically the Batman of the Bizarro World. As you can see, he has a Batman cape that's kind of torn up and has some holes, which was really nice. This was included with one of the movies. Underneath the cowl, he has a nice Bizarro style face, and on his front torso, he has an upside down bat symbol. The backside of him shows some more standard printing as well as a wide open expression. This is the Armored Batman from the Batman v Superman set. As you can see, he has a really nice bulky silver armor, as well as some clips on the back to hold some of his gear, and a cape underneath the armor. They eventually re-released the minifigure without the cape because I guess a lot of kids were having problems with it, but this is pretty much the same figure otherwise. Underneath the armor, he has a glow-in-the-dark head with an angry expression and nice metal printing on the torso and the legs. On his back, he has a bit of a metallic exoskeleton and a serious expression. Here's a quick shot of what it looks like with the lights off. This is another Ben Affleck Batman. As you can see on his torso, he has a little bit of a nice shiny print on it. On the back side, he has more of that kind of shiny scaling, and he has dual molded legs, but the head print is otherwise the same as past ones. This is the classic TV series Adam West Batman. As you can see, his cowl features some light blue as well as black printing. His torso and legs are printed to match as well. Underneath the cowl, he has a bit of a determined expression, and on the other side, he's a little bit frustrated or angry, it seems. This is the gas mask Batman featured in the Scarecrow attack set. As you can see, he has green lenses for his eyes and a mask. Underneath the cowl and the mask, you can see that he has a wide green lens with other green highlights along the torso. And on the other side, he has the green lens for the eyes, except it shows that he can use his facial expressions instead of the breathing mask. This is the Desert Batman. As you can see, his torso features some pretty nice copper printing. He features more of that copper printing on the back torso as well. His alternate expressions are pretty much the same as past Batmans though. This is Pirate Batman or Buccaneer Batman. As you can see, he has some nice printing all across the torso down into the legs. On his backside, he has a Buccaneer belt with a Batman symbol behind it. Here is a Lego Batman variant from the Lego Batman movie. As you can see, he features a separate piece to make his belt. He features two unique alternate expressions. This is another Lego Batman movie minifigure with just alternate expressions. And here's yet another variant of the Lego Batman movie Batman. He's basically unique with just his alternate expressions. This is the Batpack Batman that was featured in one of the Batcaves. He has some nice dotted arm printing as well as a black and gold cape. He doesn't have any normal head underneath, except he does have some nice back printing. This is another Scuba Batman, except it looks like he actually has a nice colorful wetsuit this time. As you can see on his back torso print, it has that kind of zipper. This is the Raging Bat, a parody of the Raging Bull. As you can see, his legs are also dual molded and feature side printing. And he has some boxing gloves. This is an updated version of the winged Batman for the Lego Batman movie. On the backside, it looks like he has rotatable jetpacks. Underneath his mask, he has a happy expression and an angry expression that's kind of blocked out a little bit by the jetpack there. Here's another Lego Batman movie variant. Again, it's just the expressions that make this one unique. This is a Disco Batman, or the Friends Are Family Batman, used in the end credits of the Lego Batman movie. As you can see, he features a white cape with gold on the inside. Underneath the cowl, he has blue eyes and a happy expression. And I guess another smile on the other side of the head as well. This is the Ben Affleck Batman from the Justice League. As you can see, this time he features some of that studding on the legs as well. However, nothing has changed about his expression or his back printing. Here's a tactical suit Batman from the Justice League movie. As you can see, this is the standard Ben Affleck Batman, except it's got some more armor on it. It's probably hard to tell, but that line on his forehead for the eyes is actually a bit of a silver now. This is another Disco Batman. He features the same black and gold cape, except with the gold on the outside this time. This was introduced in the polybag alongside the Tears of a Batman. Here's his expression underneath the mask, along with the back torso printing. This is the Tears of a Clown Batman. It was introduced in the same polybag as that last Batman figure. This minifigure features no back printing, but it does have an alternate expression. This is the Tiger Suit Batman that came in a battle pod. As you can see, that nice tiger print goes on the arms and the back torso as well. His face prints, however, are just reuses of old prints. This is the Excalibur Batman that was part of the LEGO Dimensions set. One expression shows a little bit of confusion, and the other one shows a little bit of a serious expression. And that's the back print. This is the Money Suit Batman from the LEGO Batman movie Bricktober pack a few years ago. As you can see, he has the money print on the sides of the arms and the legs, as well as the back and the front of the torso. Underneath the cowl, he features a bit of a happy expression, and one that seems pretty plain. This is Bunny Suit Batman, which was the second of the Bricktober Batmans. It's a pretty great figure all around, but pretty simple as well. It does not feature an alternate expression. This is the Whiz Bat, or the Wizard Batman. As you can see, this one is on a little bit of a slope piece there, but otherwise it's a pretty simple figure. It has an alternate expression, but it's pretty much a reuse of existing prints. This is the Gladiator Batman, or the Roman Centurion Batman. As you can see, he has nice printing all around the legs, and the legs are also dual molded. Underneath the helmet, he has, a little bit of a puzzled look and a more frustrated look. Underneath the cape, he has no back printing. This is Lobster Loving Batman. As you can see, he has dual molded and printed legs and arms. Unfortunately though, this is the only expression he has. There's nothing on the back. This is Glam Metal Batman, which makes Batman look like he's pretty much ripped out of Kiss. His cowl also features a pretty cool silver bat symbol. Here's a look at the one expression underneath the cowl. This is the Fairy Batman. He has dual molded legs and arms with printing on the sides of both of them. It's pretty cool to get a pink Batman because this is pretty unusual. Like the other Batmans of the CMF series, he only features one expression. This is the Clan of the Cave Batman, and like the last one, he features dual molded arms and legs with printing on the sides. This is a pretty cool and unique Batman that I really didn't expect them to make because he had a pretty limited comic book run. He also has printing on the cowl as well. Just like the other Batmans in the CMF, one expression again. This is what I like to call the Rubber Ducky Beach Batman. As you can see, he has a nice printed set of pajamas that apparently he takes to the pool with him. Underneath the cowl, this is pretty unusual, but they actually have just a normal face print without the white band on top. This is the Highlander Batman. As you can see, dual molded legs. It looks like he might have a suggestion of a kilt. Here are the heads underneath. And here's the back. This is the Firestarter Batman. This was included as one of the 3 Batman minifigures in the Batcave expansion. Here's a look at the back printing. This is the Reggae Suit Batman. This is the suit that eventually becomes Robin's outfit in the LEGO Batman movie. Here's a look at the back torso printing without the Reggae hat. This is a new Spacesuit Batman, part of the same Batcave expansion. I really appreciate how much of the printing that went underneath that space mask. And here's a look at the back, which you basically never see. Here's the first version of the Rebirth Batman. As you can see, he has a set of clear brackets on the back side. That's so he can attach to this jetpack with the wings over here. I couldn't put it on the stand just because it was too heavy. His alternate expressions now feature some stubble. Here's an updated armored Batman from the Attack of the Talons set. This particular minifigure had an excessive amount of detail under the armor that you would never see, as well as a pretty cool feature which shows a broken masked version of that Batman. Here's another Rebirth Batman, except this time he has a cape instead of the neck bracket. This is another armored Batman that was included in the remote-controlled Batmobile set. I like to think that this one was inspired by the Arkham Knight series, because the printing on the chest and the legs kind of suggest it. Here are his expressions underneath. If you look beneath the cape, he also features some pretty intense back printing. This is the Nightmare Sequence Batman from the Batman vs. Superman movie. As you can see, he has nice prints all around and has a nice alternate expression. This is the Lego Juniors Batman. This is basically the same as a lot of the past Batmans, except it has a cape that doesn't have two holes, so it kind of hangs back a little bit more than the others. This is the Merbat or the Mermaid Batman. As you can see, he has nice printing on the chest and the back, and some printing on the tail piece for the mermaid. Because this was a CMF minifigure, he only had one expression. The second Batman movie, CMF, featured another beach Batman, except this time he's wearing nothing but his cowl and a Speedo. That upper torso looks like it could be used for a lot of other kinds of figures though, so that's pretty cool. This time, even though his cowl featured the goggles to cover the eye holes, they still made a print for the headband. This is the Sinestro Corps or Yellow Lantern Corps Batman. This was included as part of a minifigure encyclopedia. His printed head underneath shows a little bit of a yellow band instead of the usual white. And here's a look underneath the cape. Here's an Apocalypse Batman from the second Lego movie. As you can see, this is the one without the fancy arm printing. This was from the cheap $20 set. Here's a look at his face printing. This is another Apocalypse Batman from the second Lego movie, except this time he has side arm printing and dual molded arms and legs. This is the Bachelor Batman from the second Lego movie. As you can see, he has a nice pearl silver color. Here are the expressions underneath the cowl. Here's another Rebirth Batman, except this time his face is not printed on a black headpiece. It's just a normal skin tone color headpiece. Here's the new head. And here is a Rebirth Scuba Batman. He's pretty much the same as the last one, except he has no cape and now he has a rebreather. Here's an updated Rebirth Batman. This time he has an entirely new torso. And as you can see, underneath the cowl, this time they decided to print some goggles on his head. Here's a look at the back. This is technically a Comic-Con exclusive Batman minifigure from last year, except none of the parts were exclusive. As you can see, it's pretty much that classic Batman, except this time he has the spongy cape as opposed to the old starchy paper style. Here's the Comic-Con exclusive Zebra Batman. Disappointingly, he does not have the zebra side printing on the arms, but he does have a nice printed cape. This time around, his head is all white. This is the Michael Keaton Batman from the old Tim Burton Batman movies. As you can see, he has a uniquely molded headpiece that also has a cape that's integrated into it. It's made of this thick rubber. Underneath the cowl, he has just some molding detail as well as the belt. But his alternate expressions are nothing we've not seen before. This is the 1939 First Appearance Batman. As you can see, he has an entirely different head mold this time. Underneath the mask, he has some weird looking goggles. And here's his back. This Batman is one that was introduced in 2020. As you can see, he has a spread out cape in the old paper starchy style. And basically it's supposed to simulate him kind of running or having his cape flapped. If you put it down like this, it kind of looks like his shadow from the bat signal. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed that video, please give it a like, comment below to let me know what you think. Subscribe to this channel, hitting that notification bell. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.